It's still a travesty. What is up, everyone? It is the Pro Wrestling Planet podcast. It is November 9th, 2022. I am your excellent friend, The Brand. With me, as always, my man, Big Vito T. It's a Wednesday night, and...
you know what that means.
That was a sweet freaking intro. Big
yes,
Vito
it
T,
was.
my man. How's it going?
Top notch. Hey, it's always going good on a Wednesday. I love Wednesdays.
We love Wednesday. We're
I
keeping
do.
it strong.
I do. Get to watch AEW, all the best wrestlers in the world. Get to hang out with my buddy, The Brand. Let's talk some AEW.
I cherish these talks we have, Vito.
Yeah, me too. They're great. They're always great.
We're going to get into it here. This was an episode of Dynamite, kicking it full gear into full gear here in just a couple weeks. So yeah, the picture is becoming pretty clear as to what that show is going to look like. Few things here, like I mentioned, Vito, this was a show, a few things happened just to kind of, and a few things really did confuse me. We'll get to those as we get there. But this starts off hot with an 8-man tag team match.
8-man. I love those 8-mans. Ugh. Anyway, the Guns.
8-mans. You're right. They're not.
The Guns. The Guns, no club.
They're no longer a club.
They can't be a club because OC on Raw or SmackDown. Yeah, anyway, they're the only club. The one and only.
They're the only club, the original club.
Yeah, the original one only.
They're the Bacon Club. I mean.
Yeah. Anyway. And their partners, they're great. Swerve and Our Glory.
Swerve and Our Glory.
They got heat right there. There's heat.
They've been setting up this match, a lot of interplay, of course. We have the acclaimed Swerve and Our Glory rubber match that'll be happening at Full Gear for the tag team titles.
And that's the split. I was wrong of where the split was going to be, but that's where the split's going to be.
And then you also have FTR and the Guns being, doing their thing. This may be a match on the show as well, but they haven't announced that as far as
I think that's going to be for the Ring of Honor title, honestly.
So they might hold us out till Final Battle for that one.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But
so we got...
This might have been my favorite match of the night, Vito. It
was pretty good.
Fun stuff. A lot of the time, you run the risk of, if you're going to do exciting stuff like this, it can get clunky and messy, but I think they did a pretty dang good job.
Yeah, this was a solid match. Daddy Ass did a beginning, came in and did his beat down.
Yeah, he came in like a house of fire, seeing Swerve first time after getting his fingers hurt, apparently.
And did you notice who came out and got Daddy Ass out of the ring? BJ Whitmer.
Yeah, BJ Whitmer.
How cool is that?
Well, and Excalibur even mentioned that he was, or maybe it was, I don't know, somebody on commentary mentioned that he was like an agent. And
yeah, Excalibur said he's a backstage guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So they came full disclosure with that.
So I want to call it out that we got an early Yam Bag call out tonight.
Yes,
first match.
That was in the first match. I caught it. I actually did catch it tonight.
Colton on his Yam Bag. Yam Bag City.
So FTR, they just defended the titles their IWGP titles against Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb, apparently retaining. I
Yeah.
did not see. So they've lost the AAA ones though? Is that the
No,
deal?
no, they still have them.
Okay. I thought I
Yeah, they
always saw
walked
them
out with all
carrying.
of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe they
they're
just
good.
didn't have those over there yet, or like
Yeah,
I just
no,
didn't see
they were
them.
at New Japan, and United Empire, they only get the New Japan ones. They're not going to defend all of them.
Oh, okay,
Just
okay.
like if they go AAA, they're not going to defend the New Japan ones. That's my guess, anyway. So a couple of things I thought were cool in here was
They did some fun
Cash.
spots.
Cash went to throw Swerve in the corner, but it turned out to be like a roll. Did you catch that? He kind of
Right.
like rolled him into the corner. It was interesting how it happened. Even Swerve, when he did it, kind of looked. The look on Swerve's face kind of seemed like he was surprised on how he got to the corner. Kind of. It was interesting how it worked out.
Guys doing different kind of movements are always fun.
Yeah, Swerve's really good at it.
Right.
Um, Keith Lee didn't look like he wanted to be there. He's really doing good at that babyface turn looking. Not even really a turn, I guess. But he's looking. He does a really good job at the facial features of wanting to be a babyface.
Yeah, that seems to be where it's been headed for a while.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of it though.
They did some awesome spots. I really liked even though it looked dangerous as hell, the suplex into the crowd of
Oh
guys
yeah,
to the outside.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Um, I like the spot where Max Caster is being a ring general, calling everybody into the ring. You
Right.
catch that? He's like, all you guys, get in the ring. You guys, let's do all this cool stuff. Let's
Yeah, and
do this.
they did the standoff thing with the 4-on-4.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You see in Pip, they scissored FTR.
Right.
FTR did the scissor thing during Pip.
Yeah, and it's interesting the guns doing all the DX motions
Yeah,
in the match.
I thought they were doing just the crotch chop, but they did the X.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been doing this
So
sort of thing for a while though. But
um,
just think it's
the other
interesting to
thing
note.
the other thing I'm gonna say is um they called the guns doing the big rig. I missed it. I didn't. Did you see it?
I did. It
Did
was
they
all
do a good
right.
job?
It was
It
okay.
was all right. I missed it.
It was a
Um,
little, but
but I really liked the finish. It looked kind of natural. It didn't like usually they do it and it looks kind of like staged up or whatever. But
right.
the way they did it looked really good.
It was very fluid, and it looked
Yeah, it
like it
had a good
really
flow.
looked like it hurt.
Yeah, I liked it. They all hit it
Absolutely.
nicely.
Well, so the faces go over here,
Mm,
which is kind of interesting. But you keep the guys in the title match, out of the finish when you do
yeah,
that here as well.
that match went 12:05.
So it doesn't give us any kind of strong indication, but I think we're pretty much in agreement. We're waiting for that Swerve Glory breakup.
Yeah, yeah, because they're gonna put on some great matches, or at least one really good one.
Well, we then go right to this MJF, pardon my take, promo. What did you
So,
think of this, Vito?
so do you after this promo, are you taking back the last couple things, the last weeks you said by him not being on the show?
I mean, I had mentioned there that, I understood that he was selling selling the whatever.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
then,
he can't. His doctor said he can't travel, Bran. He's got to be 110%. I mean, he's like one of the greats, like Bruno and Dusty and Hogan and Austin, Bran. To live that legacy, he's got to be 110%. He's Bruno, Bran. Bruno. Jesus Christ.
Weak, man.
Oh man.
But it's whatever. They're telling a story, whatever story that they're telling.
It was a good promo. A couple times I got caught up, especially when he started naming off the greats that he was comparing himself to, and I was like, dude, you need to calm down. I was like, okay, cool. You don't have any title at all under your belt. 0 titles. And you're saying Bruno and Dusty and Stone Cold and The Rock and Hogan. It's like, you gotta stop. You can put
that
yourself at like Jake the Snake Roberts and
that is
Roddy
a good
Piper.
point. If this was like WWE hierarchy, they wouldn't just usually not just give him the title right off the bat. Which, dude, by the way, real quick, what is the deal with this Austin Theory thing? Not to break. He cashed in the briefcase on the U.S. title. What the hell is going on? You see
Dude, I
that?
have no idea. Yeah, I
Anyway,
fast forward through WWE a lot. So I was fast forwarding it through because I knew Ali was going to challenge for it, and then lastly beat him up, and then it's like, okay. So I fast forward to the end to see who won, and all of a sudden Austin Theory was there, and I was like, damn it, I got to rewind it, go back, and then it cast. I was like, that's stupid. It was an open challenge, dummy. Anyway,
it'll
and then he
pro-
lost, and then he
it'll
lost.
right. It'll probably get negated, but I don't know. Just
Yeah,
speaking of dumb things.
yeah. Anyway,
Now this MJF promo was good.
you know what my favorite part was?
What's that?
My first pay-per-view was overshadowed by a neck tattoo, and my return was overshadowed by a press conference.
I love the press conference line. What's the neck? Oh, the neck tattoo, Cody.
Cody,
Right,
his match with Cody.
right, okay. Which is interesting because he's been playing up to Cody in other interviews. Yeah. But be that as it may, I mean, this is fine. Him being on the mic is definitely where you want him to be. But now you only have one more week to build up this match. And what is he like? Is he not going to be on Dynamite again next week? And then it's like we're going into this. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
there is.
something
There's only
doesn't
one
feel
more
right.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
There's one more Dynamite and 2 Rampages until. Damn.
Something doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? I don't know. This build-up has been just super weird. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you
They're
not
lazily limping into it.
I feel like I should be more excited about this, but I'm not. And that's kind of where I'm at.
It's because they're doing it weird. It's weird.
You're telling me. That's why I said he shouldn't have not been on the show last week. He could have cut that promo last week. You know what I mean? It still didn't, if they would have had that promo last week, they could have came in this week with something even more. But I'll make that comparison, man, once again, to Austin leading into Mania 14. There had to be something going on. And yes, they had, they had the whole Tyson thing. But, there's been no, like, real heat between him and Moxley. Like, barely. You know what I mean? Like,
not like it was with him and Punk or him and I can't think of anyone. Darby. I don't remember who else it was.
They've kept them really separate. So I'm wondering, and I just thought of this just now as we're talking here. Wasn't like something I preconceived or anything, but I'm almost wondering if Tony Khan is doing this on purpose, like keeping everybody separate because he's like afraid that
he's
someone's
got CM Punk in the back of his mind.
Right. Someone's gonna say something that's going to upset the other guy, and it's just going to be a big pain
Oh
in the
shit!
neck for him. You know what I
You don't
mean?
want to hurt MJF's feelings. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, he doesn't want MJF to hurt Mox's feelings or vice versa.
Oh,
You
you
know,
can't hurt Mox's feelings. It's gonna
I
be the other way.
I don't think you could hurt MJF's feelings either, no matter what you said.
I don't know. I don't know. You're right. It is weird, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends.
Still looking
Uh,
forward to the match either
Mox
way.
he's been waiting on his vacation since
Right.
All Out. So
Let him and Renee go on vacation,
yeah,
people. Come
let
on.
him have. Well, not Renee. She has got a job. She can't
Well,
go nowhere.
Shivani can do that crap again for a couple weeks. It's fine.
Son of a bitch.
Or what's his name? Marvez or whatever.
Alex Marvez.
Yeah. And then we get a Stokely pre-tape.
Yeah, he's sad. He lost his best friend.
You're right. Talking about MJF, and they let him say the word dick riding twice. Dick riding. What have we come
I
to
don't
in
know,
this
man.
world?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird. Dick riding. There you go. So
Apparently we're able
says.
to say that on TV.
I can't not think of him as Clarence Mason. Even as when he gets angry, I even get the Clarence Mason vibe from him.
He said he doesn't need MJF and he's going to do this without him. And he'll see Max in hell. I don't know what do this exactly means. Apparently, though, I mean, your good money is that they're going to be involved somehow in this match.
So after this, we got a little clarification. After that little weird promo pre-tape thing um, that Stokely Hathaway did. So the Eliminator tournament,
Right.
the final is at Full Gear,
Yes.
and the match for the title is at Winter is Coming.
Okay.
Wait, the match for the Eliminator match. Wait, hold on.
So the winner gets a title match.
Is it a title match or is it an Eliminator match?
It damn
Dang
well
it.
should be a title match. You're going to make someone go through a whole tournament and then say that they got to beat the champion anyway to get a title match? That would just make no sense.
Eliminator tournament final. Oh, man. So, yeah, anyway, the ending match is that Winter is Coming. So, they spelled that out for us right before the next match, which was the first match of the Eliminator tournament.
I'm glad
There
we
you go.
got clarification because, yes, this was Ethan Page, Eddie Kingston. Nice to see Eddie Kingston back.
Yeah, with Ortiz.
Right? Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, that's who that was. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Santana's injured, but Ortiz is out there with some hair.
right. Well, they thought that they were splitting them anyway, but
Yeah.
this was
Doesn't
an
Eddie Kingston
interesting...
have the best chops? Sorry to interrupt there, but doesn't he have the best chops?
They're beautiful chops. They're like
Yeah,
knife-edged.
yeah,
They're kind of Japanese style.
yeah. I like them. They're not the loud chops. They're not the reach back and smack chops, but they look like they hurt more than the big chops.
Could be. This was good, I thought.
Yeah,
It was, it was fine. It was kind of quick. How long did this go?
9-12.
It was actually 9-12, really?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
not seem like it.
We found out in this match that they're going to the UK next year. That was
The UK.
that was a announcement in this match.
All right.
You know what? I used to not watch Pip. I used to try to fast forward through it,
Mm-hmm.
and I watch it now because cool things happen. Like the FTR and Acclaim did the scissor, and in this one, uh, Eddie Kingston caught All Ego Ethan Page with an enzuigiri as he was coming off the top rope. Caught him with an enzuigiri right in his head. It was pretty cool.
I find myself more and more kind of tuning out during the PIP.
Yeah.
I used to pay attention to it, but then I kind of got in the thing where it was like,
We
well,
swapped.
right? Yeah. Well, it just, it's like most of the matches, it's like it's just an extended heat spot. So it's like, pretty much what's going on. There might be every now and then someone will do something interesting like during it. But it's mostly just an extended heat spot. But, you caught a couple cool things tonight. So,
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. So, yeah, a couple cool things have happened. So, keep an eye on the PIP.
So, this thing off the rope, this razor's edge off the second rope it's
Ego's Edge.
The Ego's Edge, yes. And Ethan Page wins this freaking thing, Vito. Were you surprised by this finish?
No.
No?
No. Because I see Ethan Page getting a push from being with this firm. Eddie Kingston is a specialty guy. He's not getting a push. The only thing he's gonna get is a side. What am I going for? A side heat. What's the word I'm looking for? Side rivalry. A side rivalry. He's not going to be in no title contention. He's
interesting.
He's yeah. Ethan Page is on his way up, I think. All ego. No, it was cool. I liked that Kingston landed right on the small of his back, and shoulders landed nice. It was cool. It was well done.
It's interesting that you say that, Vito, because just thinking just now, I don't know, man. I like Ethan Page, but if MJF wins the title, I mean, an MJF Ethan Page match, I guess, would be okay, but I'd really like to see MJF Eddie Kingston, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome. Have they done that match yet? Has that happened?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to look into that.
That would be a great feud.
Ethan Page would have to get past Bandito or Rouge next week.
Ooh, okay, Bandito Rouge, so, that's right.
That's just his first. Roadblock.
You mean the Rouge bag?
I have that written down too. Yeah. The Rouge bag. Oh man.
Oh, you gotta love Johnny Hungy.
Yeah, the meat man. Yeah, plus it's Lance Archer, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, Dante Martin. Ethan Page has a big bowl to chomp on.
That segment actually happened next, the whole Roosh bag thing.
The Roosh bag, yeah.
It was Roosh and Jose and the Dark Order. They're still trying to recruit this number 10 to their group.
I'm over it.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't this a storyline that could play out on Dark or something? Like, I get confused on why they gotta cram it. They gotta cram it into, like, Dynamite and stuff.
They can put it on Rampage.
Right? This is a total Rampage deal.
Yeah. Roosh bag was cool, though.
Yes. That was a memorable line. And
I like Ten's hockey mask now. He put a hockey mask over his mask, and I think it's cool. It kind of looks like Jason. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Well, then we get Ari Daivari in the ring.
Who is his butler?
The Trust Butler. Jeevsk is the name I see here.
Wow. Okay.
Jeeves K. Jeeves K? I don't know.
Interesting. All right.
He said he wants the TNT title, so Wardlow hits the ring.
He was trading. He traded a slave for gold.
Trade diamonds for gold.
He traded a butler for gold, dude. That's how slavery worked back in the day. It's weird.
You know, you'd think Tony Khan would be more aware of such of these sensitive subjects.
Yeah.
Of the sensitive
Anyway.
nature.
Joe didn't look impressed. I'll tell you that.
Right. So what the hell happened here? Wardlow wins.
I just want to say it again. That headbutt that he hit tonight, I've talked about that headbutt before, but tonight was the best one I've seen. I loved that. He hit it on Daivari, and Daivari folded at his feet. It was
that's all in the
amazing.
cell. Yeah.
Oh man, that was amazing.
A little bit of that's on him, but I think a lot of that was in the cell.
Yeah. Yeah, the headbutt looked cool, and then Daivari folded. The whole scenario looked amazing. 4 bombs tonight on the Symphony.
4 in the Symphony, yeah.
And then what happened? I'll tell you what happened, Bran. I know what you're alluding to.
Yes.
Wardlow
Please.
said he was taking all the titles. He said all the titles in the company.
Okay.
And what happened is there was a title behind him, and that guy took exception to the fact that he said he was going to take it. So he beat the crap out of him.
So
and that man was Samoa Joe.
Yes. And
that match went an astounding minute and 47 seconds. Astounding.
Joe attacks Wardlow. And so Ward Joe is already over. Literally a month.
Ward Joe is no more.
Which, you know what? Fine. I really didn't care about them as a tag team anyway, but I mean, come on. It was a month. But yeah, Hobbs was involved in this too. He just kind of stood at the ramp looking confused while this all happened.
Yeah, Hobbs.
Don't really know.
Hobbs is just kind of there for the ride.
Yeah. So he's going to be involved somehow. Maybe he takes the TNT title off Wardlow, and then he's able to go.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah. Then Wardlow can go after Joe's title. I don't know. That's probably where they're going, right?
That sounds good to me.
There you go, Tony. Merry Christmas. Renee.
You're welcome, Tony.
Renee backstage with Jade Cargill and the baddies.
Yep. I miss Red Velvet.
Let's see here. So yeah, there's going to be a match with Nyla Rose at Full Gear, so we can finally end this ludicrous storyline. Now, since they both have titles, or they both showed pictures of them with the title, are they going to have a ladder match, or?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
That's kind of customary, right?
Yeah.
For these situations.
Now, the storyline of I steal your title, you'll get it back in a couple weeks. Usually it's short term, right? Usually for like 2 weeks, and then they get it back. They don't hold it till the pay-per-view. But with this one, it's interesting because she's been defending it.
Right.
That is not something that is usually done. That's a different perk to this, which I know you're not 1,000% into it, but I think it's funny. I think it's interesting.
I mean, this is what I was saying last week about the whole.
It's different.
It is different, but I mean, it's like, it makes Jade look like a geek. You know what I mean? She looks like a loser because of this. Like, she should have taken her title back by now. It shouldn't have taken this long.
Well, I think what we're gonna see is they announced Jade and Nyla for Full Gear.
Right. Yes. So yeah,
So
that was the point of this whole thing.
I think Jade at Full Gear is gonna take all the opinions of you saying she looks like a weak geek and just beat the Nyla. I think it's gonna be a stomping.
Okay.
And I'm hoping
Well, there
Red
you go.
Velvet comes back.
Well, there you go. That would be fine.
Yes.
You know, and then it could finally this whole thing can be over. But in the intermittent time, doesn't mean that she doesn't look like a geek. Speaking of geeks,
Tony Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone is out there,
There's heat, folks.
and we
And we
get
get the interview we've wanted forever.
a standoff interview with Saraya, Britt Baker, DMD, Vito. I don't know, my man. What are your thoughts on this?
This punched me right in the gut, dude. It had my
How
heart
so?
on heartstrings.
Yeah.
Saraya, she poured everything she had into this, man. She put everything she had. That's all I can say. She put everything she had into it. Britt Baker was saying it's not your house. You left your house.
I loved that line.
We don't take walk-ins. You gotta leave. You
You
get
gotta
an
make
appointment.
an appointment, bitch. That was an even better line.
Yeah, which I was waiting for her to be like, well, now I got an appointment, and then pull out the date for Full Gear. I was like,
that's what she should have said.
That's your line right there.
Right.
And she didn't do it.
No.
She failed it.
No.
She set up the match, but it's like she didn't use that line. It was 100% there.
That
but she was
made
so
this
emotional.
So much better.
She killed Britt on that mic. Britt,
she was telling.
Yes, killed her. She was the stuff she said after, like,
Okay.
when she started going off about getting ran over and then wrestling, she started talking about the drug abuse live on TV. She started talking about being humiliated on TV. She started just airing all her shit out. And when the camera panned the Brit, she's like, like,
right,
like she was embarrassed to even be out there saying bad things about this woman. That's the look she had on her face. It was, I don't know, it had me. 100% had me.
I understand that perspective, definitely.
I did have a problem with the end of it, though.
What's that?
Well, we know that after it was done, Britt went to turn on her, attack her from behind, which is weird. It was awkward the way it was done, which it happens. It was really emotional out there. I can see how it went down, because I think as emotional it was for Saraya, it was that same emotional for Britt too. I think I don't know. I can go on forever with this, but when she turned around to attack her, and then she, ducked or whatever, and she hit her with the not rampage. Not sure what it's called. Ram Saraya.
The Sarage.
The Sarage. And then she got out of the ring and was walking back up the ramp. She was halfway up the ramp, and then Britt was already out of the ring walking towards the ramp. So I just think, like, Saraya should have been walking through the curtain, and Britt's, leaning against the rope, holding her head, watching her walk out, not walking out behind her. I just think she could have sold longer. That's all. That was my one gripe about it.
Okay. No, I understand that, and I'm going to counterpoint that by saying this. Britt's got to do something.
Yeah.
She's got to do something. This whole feud has been nothing but Saraya attempting to like verbally scald Britt Baker. And like, you know what I mean? It's been like talking back and forth.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens next week. But it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, Saraya comes out, lays her the verbal beat down, and then the physical beat down. And I get it. But then again, I'm also looking at it like, well, how credible is Britt Baker now as like a challenger? You know what I mean? Who's excited to?
I've been excited to see this match. I called this
right,
match weeks ago.
right. No, I mean you're still excited about the match, but
Yeah.
if you weren't, like, what is this doing to make you excited about it? You know what I mean? Like, we'll have to see what they do next week. The only way to me that this is forgivable is if next week they run this back with some very convincing Britt Baker beatdown of Saraya. You know what I mean? Like, it has to happen. Like, she's got to get some
Well,
heat at some point. She has no heat.
I think the line that hit her, and I think that they might delve in on, is the I'm not looking at a superstar. I'm not looking at a star. I'm looking at an ungrateful bitch.
Right,
Maybe the first two weren't part of that. But she said, I'm not looking at something. I'm looking at an ungrateful bitch.
right.
And I think that's what they're going to probably go into. Maybe. I don't know. But like you said, we got one more Dynamite, and I doubt those two are going to do anything on Rampage.
I want to see Britt Baker beat down Saraya before the match by herself, not with anybody else. She can use a weapon or something like that. I don't want it to be a numbers thing, because then you're expecting, Saraya to have backup. She's going to want to do it on her own. And that'll get me really excited for this match, as if Britt does like a huge beatdown next week. That's
Well,
all I'm saying.
that's the only connection they've had this whole time is Saraya helping people that Britt and those people um, have been
Right,
beating up, outnumbering.
right.
And she's got her hand on Britt a couple times. But I see what you're saying. You want to see just like a backstage thing.
No, I mean it could be in front of the crowd, you know. I would
All right.
I would close next week's Dynamite with that angle. I think that would
With
be
like
awesome.
Saraya in the ring and Britt jumping the barrier.
Right, something like that. Or just, um Saraya comes out to like save somebody else, and then it turns into, a Brit run in,
All right.
and it just kind of de-escalates into like a big beatdown.
I can see that.
We need to
That
build some
sounds like
more
a good deal.
sympathy with the haircuts. I'm looking at my emo
I think
haircut
they're
and I'm
gonna
like,
skate by on Legend versus Newcomer. I think that's what they're trying to do.
that makes me sad.
Sad that you're probably not going to get your way, but I
It
think
makes
they're
me
going to
sad,
skate by
Vito.
on Legend versus Newcomer.
Makes me damn
Hopefully,
sad.
hopefully, I hope. I know it sounds weird, but I hope Britt Baker kicks the shit out of Saraya next week. For you, buddy. For you.
This match, it needs it, man. I want it. So then we get, let's see here, we get backstage promo with the Dut
Yes.
Club. Since the Gun Club's not going to use club anymore, maybe we can have the Dut Club.
The Dut Club?
What was my name? I had a name for this group at some point, but I don't know. They were back there.
There's
QT
a lot of people
Marshall,
back there.
Cole Carter guy from last week.
The factory.
Best friends showed up. OC, even Danhausen was there. Said that they ruined his Halloween. I didn't
Yeah.
quite get I mean, that must have been something that happened on his vlog or something.
No, it was Rampage, right? Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they made a
Um,
match: Lee Johnson, Orange Cassidy for All Atlantic title on
I like
Rampage,
how that got brought up.
and then Trent Beretta. I mean, I thought they were going to have a tag team match, but no, it just ended up being Beretta versus Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
So
Big Shoddy.
that's
Big
my
Shoddy Lee
shoddy,
Johnson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, they had a nice little match. You know, I love me some Trent Beretta. So
Lethal's thing now is to run out and attack people. He doesn't like his entrance song anymore, I
I
guess.
love me some Jay Lethal. Yeah, you know, I mean, they need to get him a new song anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't like his entrance music. He needs to talk to someone instead of just running out and attacking people. It's very unprofessional. Uh, the Chucky and Danhausen came out to smooth up the numbers between Satnam Singh and hey, you know what? They should never get rid of this name because he's got the coolest nickname. The Playa from the Himalaya.
The Himalayan Playa.
Yeah, the Playa from the Himalaya.
Yeah.
Himalaya Playa, do Sanjay Dutt. Anyway, um, oh, and we got our second Yam Bag City in this match. 2 Yam Bags tonight. Danhausen punched Sanjay in the nuts, got a Yam Bag City. Anyway, that's later in the match, but that's our Yam Bag. We got 2 Yam Bag Cities tonight. I got excited.
Well, you know, maybe now Taz has a quota on it.
He's got to hit him.
They've got bets going on backstage how many yam bags he can fit in during
Is
the
that on
show.
the DraftKings? Is that one
Right.
of the DraftKings things?
It might be. I'll have to check it out.
How many Yam Bag City are we gonna get on Full Gear? So this match went 7:15. It was pretty good. I liked it.
7:15. Lethal wins. Um,
Um, I know
your favorite move, the lethal injection.
I've been giving the lethal injection a hard time, but tonight's lethal injection was actually pretty good.
Trent Beretta taking it.
I liked it. He did like this pop-up move where he landed, and as soon as Trent came up, he hit the injection. I liked the timing of it was good. There you go. I give it to lethal injection tonight.
Okay. Like I said, love me some Trent Beretta. Nice to see Danhausen involved, so can't really complain much about this segment.
Nope.
It was something. Then Shivani tries to interview them, and they run him out of there, and then out comes
The last outlaw.
the slap nuts outlaw, Jeff Jarrett.
He's gonna body bag Sting. He's an
Right.
asshole.
This is pretty
That's what
much
he's
where
there
this
for.
headed. Was calling out Sting and Darby Allin. We would learn later that this will indeed be a tag match
Yep.
at Full Gear. Jarrett
Yep.
and Lethal against Sting and Darby. So there's something,
Yep.
you know.
That's a thing.
Didn't wasn't Lethal his partner for that Ric Flair thing?
Yeah, Ric Flair's last match. It was
Okay.
Ric Flair and Andrade against Jay
So
Lethal
I
and
guess they're playing up that as well.
Jeff Jarrett. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Well, next we had Jack and Renee.
Here's a story about Jack and Renee doing a promo on AEW Dynamite. Jack Perry gonna be
Yeah.
a wrestling star.
Uh,
John Mellencamp, I
And
am
we just
not.
got monetized.
Right.
Um,
Mellencamp, I'm not. But yes, Renee and Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. He
Jeez.
said some stuff about Luchasaurus and whatnot.
Gonna
Uh,
let us know the challenge on Friday, he says.
apparently, it's a challenge for both of them. So we'll see. Maybe he has a
Oh,
mystery partner.
Christian's injured.
Is he still?
I think so. He was
Maybe he'll.
wearing that sling on his arm last week.
Hmm. All right. Well,
Is
maybe
Jungle
it
Boy
just.
just Jungle Boy just gonna go tear it off him and be like, "You're healed. You're doing this now."
Maybe it's just like a side proposition. Like maybe he says like if he beats Lucha, that like Christian Cage has to go away or something like that.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe.
Well, then we get a Mox promo in the ring with Regal. They're basically putting over their relationship.
And putting
Uh,
over MJF.
yeah, he kind of did that at the same time as well,
It said MJF is like a young John Moxley.
which was an interesting thing to say.
Yeah, very interesting, I thought.
Um,
And then Mox said,
I don't
"You ain't the
remember.
devil. I seen the devil, and you ain't him." I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I don't remember MJF drunkily singing at Caroline at a indie show,
He was there.
but you
You
know,
must have stepped out.
um, but yeah, like I said, Vito, during they cut separate promos here. I guess it's just it's going to be a war of words instead of a war of attrition uh, until this match apparently. So that's where we're at. I guess
Yep.
it's kind of the same thing with the Brett Saraya feud. War of words. We're not going to do these big physical angles. Maybe by design, because that's kind of what we're inclined to watch over the years. That's a lot of what WWE does. These big physical
What do they
angles.
what do they call those? The no contact clause.
They've done that a few times here and there,
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't know. It's like once again, I think we'll hopefully see something else coming into next week. But this was a fine holdover.
You know what you are gonna see.
What's that?
You know what you are gonna get. You, if you get the Full Gear pay-per-view, you are gonna get more bang for your buck at the Full Gear pay-per-view. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna get more bang for your buck.
Okay. Well, we get a mysterious video package after that. You want to explain this to us, or is this what you're alluding to?
More bang for your buck, baby. At Full Gear, more bang for your buck.
I think that's all that needs to be said.
That's right.
They do a hype video for our main event. Danielson, Sammy Guevara, 2 out of 3 falls. And, Danielson tells him he's going to kick his head in. Pretty much was the...
He says he's tired of being disrespected by everybody. Oh, man.
Especially Wheeler Yuta.
Brian Danielson's that old guy who doesn't let people on his yard.
The
Get off my lawn!
old man yelling at Cloud.
Yeah.
Then we get Jamie Hayter, Sky Blue. This is a nice little match. Put Jamie Hayter over on her way to challenging Toni Storm at the pay-per-view.
Again, there was a sweet float over suplex during the pip. It was really cool. Hater got her with a nice, was going for a vertical, but in the mid move switched over to a nice float over suplex. Hadn't seen it in a long time. It was cool the way she did it.
This is why you always pay attention during the pip.
Gotta watch the pip, baby.
Yeah. So, how long did this one go? I don't know. I don't have the damn
6:45.
6:45. Okay.
Yeah.
So, second shortest match on the card. Tony Storm was in Sky Blue's corner.
For what little Sky Blue did, she looked really good. Jamie Hayter whooped her ass almost this whole match.
She sold her ass off, though.
Yeah. Sky Blue's good.
And that's fine. Yeah, no, I love it.
I've watched her on Dark a few times. She's really good.
She sold great, I thought.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what this match needed to do. Obviously, this is textbook 101. Make the challenger look strong. Especially if it's a heel challenger, in the story they're telling. I don't have anything to complain
number one
about.
Contender for the interim women's championship.
Yeah, we got that dark cloud looming eventually at some point.
Man, her lariat, her ripcord lariat finisher.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, that's
gotta love
devastating. That's devastating.
It'll be pretty interesting once Rosa comes back and you have Saraya and the women's division, might end up being all right, for the once they get, especially once they get them back, and I wonder how they figure all that out and who is actually left with the title by the time that she does come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, a lot of stories you can tell there. They did a hype video for a Rampage match between Brian Cage and Dante Martin, which sounds awesome on paper.
Yeah.
I might actually have to watch Rampage again.
Yeah. Cage definitely needs a manager. He's annoying to listen to.
You think so?
He's got a manager. I don't know why he wasn't there to talk. He just seems awkward to me.
Yeah. I guess I could see that.
He didn't even say his best catchphrase. He tiptoed around it. He didn't say, "Who better?"
No, that's Canyon. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Who better than Cage? So they cut to Alex Marvez. He's going to try to interview Ricky Starks, but he's getting his ass kicked by Lance Archer.
Yeah,
and
the Murder Hawk monster.
Marvez yells for help to no avail.
And Ricky Starks gets up, and Lance Archer slams his head against the wall again. Oh, man, Lance Archer's crazy.
I don't have the bracket in front of me. Were they supposed to have a match?
Yes, their match is probably next Dynamite.
Okay. So
they're on the other side of the bracket. This. Yeah, the winner of that match goes against Cage and Dante.
Okay, all right. Well, then we get our main event.
So, I want to stop you right there.
Okay.
The Dapper Yapper, Justin Roberts.
Yes.
Did you see the smile he had on his face as the camera was panning away from him? This is the creepiest smile I've ever seen in my entire life. It was
kind of he was in a hostage negotiation or something. You know what I mean?
So creepy. Yeah. It was like someone in his ear was like, "Hold the smile, hold the smile, hold the smile, hold it." And it's off. Let go of the smile.
Don't stop smiling, Justin. Don't ever stop smiling.
Now, the next match is a match I like. Whoa, what? Dapper Yapper.
Speaking of the Dapper Yapper, have you seen this video floating around the internet? Is this real?
What?
It's either Justin Roberts or it's his complete doppelganger, but it's like a video of him on the Jerry Springer show
No, I
from
have
the
not seen
90s.
this. I'll have to look that up.
You got to check this out.
I would definitely check that out.
I don't know if it's actually him. It doesn't seem to line up, age wise.
Yeah.
Maybe it does.
Now,
But
do
yeah,
you
it's
like a
pretty funny.
2 out of 3 falls match?
Yeah,
I like it too.
there's a lot of different stories you can tell with it.
Now, did you like the 3 stages of hell match?
Oh yeah,
Where each one had a gimmick?
usually yes. And
Yeah, I
there's
like
been
that
a
too.
few of them. Yeah.
So what we were talking about last week is well, go ahead and start the match off.
Well,
Tell them
no.
what we got here.
Well, no. I mean, I just wanted to say about how you can tell a bunch of different stories with the 2 out of 3 falls, and I like how they did that here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you had like usually, I don't know. Usually
I
you
have
have
so
the
many notes for
heel.
this match.
The heel wins the first fall,
Yeah.
but they
But
completely went to hell with that, and it was a cool little thing they did with the
well, we just talked
Sammy.
about last week how there's no DQs in AEW. They
And sure
never do a
enough,
DQ finish.
right.
They never do a DQ finish. But man, that was crazy. He threw that chair so freaking hard and
Technically
fast.
true.
And the first fall was, yes, a DQ, Brian, at 222. I wrote down all the times.
Right.
First fall was at 222. Sammy's, where they do the hop over him, and then he does the backflip over him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so cool, and I've never seen him mess it up. And I think I don't know, I really like it.
That's
And I've never
one
seen
thing
anyone else
Sammy
do that.
didn't mess up in this damn match, because there was like 3 botches, but that's besides the point.
And the whole time, every time that Ty would get in front of him, I kept saying, "Where's Bree? Where's Bree?"
Right. Come on. Bree mode.
Bree mode. She's the Bella I like. I don't like Nikki. I like Bree more. And that's my take on the Bella twins. You're welcome.
Clip that, folks. That's coming to our shorts feed next week.
That first GTH looked pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah. Sammy does some great stuff, but he botched some stuff tonight as well. Slipping on the rope. A couple little things. He disappeared on me, Vito. There you go. There you are.
Oh, hey, I'm here.
But they do the immediate DQ, like you said.
The second fall was at 742.
Okay.
And that was Sammy hitting that GTH.
Right. So he gets the second fall because he got the advantage by taking the DQ during the first fall.
Yeah.
But then they didn't disqualify him for cutting him open with the damn microphone. That was all right.
Yeah. Yeah, beat him up with the microphone.
Yeah.
But I was so close to the DQ, he didn't count it.
Right. Well, then we would have had a DQ finish, and we can't have that.
No DQ finish. Ty pulled the ref out.
Yes, and then she got
And
kicked
then
out.
I thought it was cool how he followed her around, all the way around to the ramp, and then kicked her out. I thought that was a cool little touch. Also a good time for Bree to come out. But anyway, I digress.
He did a really cool, Sammy did do a really cool, he did like that flippy like DDT thing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Never seen him do that before. That was nice.
Nope, pulled that out. I thought he tried that springboard cutter and Danielson caught him in a label
Yeah,
lock. That was cool.
that was a neat spot. And then Danielson does a Poison Rana.
Not a good one.
It looked pretty rough,
It
to
went
be
to the
honest.
side. It was
Yeah,
more like instead of it being a regular Hurricanrana, it was more like a head scissor takeover. You know how the difference on that is? How the Hurricanrana goes straight over and the head scissor goes like this way.
right.
That's kind of what that Poison Rana was. It was kind of off to the side a little bit. And you know how strict I am on my Poison Ranas.
I love the move, but it's damn dangerous.
Um, so Danielson got that label lock out of the springbuster cutter or springboard
Yeah,
cutter, but then Sammy tried doing the lion tamer out of Danielson's knee. That he
right.
his what do they call that thing? The bun psycho knee? What do they call that?
The Baisuko knee
The
is what it's like.
Baisuko knee.
No
Yeah,
idea.
got him in the lion tamer. He struggled. He struggled on that lion tamer. Then just went for the Boston crab.
And then after that spot, it's when they did the moonsault DDT thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I just like how they went back and forth. Danielson did it to him, and then he did it to Danielson. Um. Okay, so another peeve I have that worked out in this match, actually. You know when guys are out of position going for a top rope move and they scoot a lot? They like move over
ah,
in the
yeah,
position.
yeah.
So I
He
saw
did
that
that.
tonight. I saw him move over like a couple feet, and I was like, no, no way. And then he put the knees up, and I'm like, yes, all right,
Right,
I'll allow it.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
But Danielson taps him out.
yeah, with the rings of Saturn crossface. It was cool.
Perry Saturn would be so proud.
But one commentator said he passed him out, and then Excalibur said there was a verbal submission. So take that for what it is.
He said uncle. People
And the
don't.
whole match went 20-37.
Ooh, okay. People
It
don't
was a
usually
long.
tap out nowadays. They say uncle.
They say uncle.
But this was, an interesting show. Kind of weird. No Jericho. Fozzie's on tour overseas right now. That's why we didn't see him.
Oh, okay.
Little hot tidbit there. And this
6
was
matches on the card tonight.
the only jazz thing that we really had. Um, I don't know, Vito. Overall, just kind of a strange show. Not one of my favorites. I'm gonna give it a 3. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me look through my notes really quick.
it's right
The
in the
Dark
middle.
Order Rouge thing, I'm just bored with that. I'm over that now.
Yeah,
The whole Orange Cassidy thing, I thought that was fun.
yeah.
Um, I think,
I
yeah, I
enjoyed the
don't
eight
think it should
man. I
go.
enjoyed the main event.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little higher. I think I'm going to go 3.5 because I kind of like I like the Sky Blue and Jamie Hayter match surprisingly.
Okay,
Um, so I think a couple more of these segments. I think I'm going to go 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that gives us an average score of 3.25 between the two of us. Y'all let us know if you're watching this on YouTube. Let us know what you rate, what your thoughts are down in the comment section. If you're listening to this anywhere else on Spotify or anything like that, make sure you leave a rating. I think that's about all we got. Big Vito T, the brand. Pro Wrestling Planet podcast. Thank you all for listening. Scissor us out.
Scissor me, daddy.
Oh, oh, oh.
Bang for your buck.
More bang.